This Spencer.
Hey!
Hi!
Welcome!
Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
I'll put the sword down, I'm sorry.
We got really, inspired by some of our products here today. But welcome back. It is another New Comic Book Day Wednesday with Dark Horse. I'm Kara, I'm the social media coordinator, and with me today is
Spencer, I'm an editor here. Hello.
Yes, it's very exciting to have Spencer back with us. It's been a little while since he's been on. So thank you for joining us.
Of course.
We are here to tell you all about all of our new items today. And first, I'm going to tell you you can win every item that is shown here today, except unfortunately we don't have extras of this fancy Jon Snow bust. But yeah. But you can win the Daenerys figure, which we'll talk about in a minute, as well as all of the books and comics shown here today. All you have to do is share this video on Facebook. No need to email or do anything else. Just share it. Make sure your share is public so we can see it, and then check back within 24 hours to see if you have won. And that's all you got to do.
Super quick.
So yeah, it's pretty easy, and you get a pretty big payoff this time. We also, if you have any fan questions to see if we'll answer today or next week, just go ahead and drop those in the comments below, and we will do our best to answer those.
They'll answer them.
Yes, about our comics and products. And then I'm going to move straight into our digital sales because we have a lot going on today. We're celebrating 30 years of manga publishing at Dark Horse, if you can believe that. 30 years. Actually, beginning in May, that's officially the 30th anniversary of our first titles, which included Godzilla. Back in like the floppy versions of manga days. That's here.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're doing a lot of cool things to celebrate that, including some digital sales, one of which is Berserk. We have a Berserk Mega Bundle. That's all 38 volumes. 38 volumes for only $149.99, which is pretty crazy. Unfortunately, I know these are not available digitally in all countries, so I apologize if you don't see them in our digital store if you're in the UK, for example.
Sorry, UK.
However, I know, we would if we could, but we can't. So we do, though, have a larger manga sale. That's 50% off all of our single volumes of all kinds of manga, including Berserk, Blade of the Immortal, Lone Wolf and Cub, lots of other good manga titles in there. So check that out, digital.darkhorse.com. And finally, we do also have one other digital sale that's not manga. It's the EC Archives. Those are $6.99 each, and again, that's a really good deal on big, awesome historic volumes, including Panic, Valor, Extra, things like that.
They're huge collections too.
Yeah, they're really cool if you like those historic, approved by the Comics Code Authority comics. So we will drop those links in the comments below today, and that's all I got for digital sales.
Nice.
I think, shall we chat about Game of Thrones?
I think so. We could talk about Game of Thrones like all day long, but I suppose we should cut it short to these things.
We really could. I hear that you're a fan.
I'm a big fan. So.
I'm also a big fan of the books as well as the show.
Yeah. Started reading way back when. But anyway.
Right. Yeah, we could talk about that a lot.
So we've got a ton of really good stuff. These two new products right here. This first one is the Jon Snow bust in the Battle of the Bastards episode, right when he's facing down Ramsay Bolton. And this thing is incredible detail. It is $89.99 and 6 inches tall. If you don't count the sword, which actually makes it taller. So here's this guy. If I can stop bending things. There we go. There's John right there. It was sculpted by David Cortez. This thing is incredible, and I'm a big fan of it. And we've sort of been seeing it for a while, but now you can actually get it ordered online, and it comes with a little, authenticity, certificate of authenticity.
So you know it's authentic.
You know what you got. This one's number 290 of 1250. So there's only 1250. You got to get yours fast.
And walking up here, we also have the mother of dragons herself, Daenerys Targaryen.
How appropriate.
I know. Beautifully sculpted in one of her fabulous outfits from the show, and braided hair. That's a lot of braiding going on there. These figures actually retail for only $29.99. They're so nicely done. I would expect them to be more expensive, but they're not.
Yeah, no, these are
and
great.
So this is one of our new Game of Thrones figures. These are actually going to replace the old versions. So this is a brand new sculpt, hand painted as usual, $29.99, and all future Game of Thrones figures will match basically this kind of outlook and be the same price. So both of these are available in comic shops today. If yours is not doesn't have them in stock, just let your comic shop proprietors know that you want these, and they'll order them so we can get those delivered out. We had John on a couple weeks ago, and you might remember him talking about that. So Daenerys and Jon, you can win Daenerys today. Sadly, not Jon. You'll have to go find that one yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
Now I think we've got some comics, right?
So now we are going to do some
Okay.
comics.
Awesome.
We have a big number 1 today. Brand new. This is Resident Alien, an Alien in New York, number 1. So Resident Alien is a series that we've had here at Dark Horse for a little while. This is a new spin-off of this series by Peter Hogan and Steve Parkhouse. I'm going to show you an interior page here that I quite like. So if you've been following along with this story, you'll have a little bit more of the backstory here. You'll know why our main character is kind of freaking out about those paintings of him by a child. But you don't need to have read the previous Resident Alien in order to get this series. This is about a stranded alien who's hiding in plain sight in a small town of Patience, Washington, posing as the small town's doctor. When a startling new mystery catches his attention, he takes a trip to New York City with one of his only human friends, a Native American shaman. So this is, again, the continuation of Peter Hogan and Steve Parkhouse's series. This is great for fans of science fiction and mysteries. Yeah.
All right, next up we have issue number 2 of American Gods, My Ansel. This amazing series still adapted from the American Gods novel by Neil Gaiman, and just an incredible series. This is sort of them heading on a bizarre road trip across America as they sort of gather reinforcements for the coming God War. This is an incredible series. It's been really fun. You can kind of see some great art on the back there. And there's also the David Mack variant cover, which you can see there. Some beautiful stuff.
Yeah, he does fantastic variant covers for this whole series.
That's that.
And this is our second of 3 arcs in the Greater American Gods comics adaptation.
Right.
So yeah, this one, if you've read the book, it's an interesting section in the overall American Gods story. So check that out. Hopefully you're enjoying that series. We got to meet some of the stars of the TV show actually in C2E2 in Chicago this past weekend. So that was really cool. We got to see some of the folks who are portrayed on these covers. So also, I'm going to stand back up and grab Tomb Raider here. This is number 4 of 4. This is the conclusion of this particular arc, Tomb Raider Survivor's Crusade. This is written by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly with art by Ashley A. Woods, letters by Michael Heisler, colors by Micah Tia, and the cover art here is by Hannah Templer. She's done the cover art for the whole series, actually. I'll show you an interior here as well of Lara getting down to business. She has been cornered by Trinity, of course, her enemies. But she knows this particular temple better than anyone else because she's Lara Croft. And she is the ultimate survivor. She's going to make it. She's not going to give up.
No.
She's going to work hard.
Exactly. She's going to do whatever it takes to escape and continue her quest to find out the truth of what happened to her father. And just a reminder that Tomb Raider Inferno, the next series, begins this June. So there will be more Lara Croft adventures coming up.
Awesome. So next up, I think we've got some books for you guys. First on the list is this incredible value trade collection of the Aliens, Predator, Prometheus, AVP, Fire of Stone series. On the moon of LV-223, the resting place of the doomed Prometheus expedition, enigmatic source of all organic life and nightmare source of ultimate destruction. There's a new generation of explorers that hope to uncover more mysteries and sort of, find some other mysteries in there as well. This is $24.99. This is a great, great value collection of everything from Paul Tobin, Chris Roberson, Kelly Sue DeConnick, Patrick Reynolds. In fact, there's this amazing piece by Patrick This sort of queen alien. Ugh, so good. I love his stuff. Cover art by Dave Palumbo, some colors by Dave Stewart. Chris Mooneyham's on this as well. There's so many great people on this project. But if you haven't picked it up yet, you've had several years to do it, now is the time. This thing is awesome.
Get it all at once. It's a good deal. We also have a lot of exciting books today.
Yeah.
We have a new volume of BPRD, The Devil You Know. Volume 1, trade paperback, Messiah. Before they were vanquished by the BPRD, of course, Lovecraftian monsters created a hell on earth. As society rebuilds, strange cults vie for influence, and the demon Barbara emerges to lead the way. So in this volume, which collects issues 1 through 4 of this ongoing series, Abe Sapien returns just in time to rejoin the Bureau. And what I'm showing you now is actually the sketchbook section in the back of this. I'm going to turn the page once more to show you the really cool maps.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a full page spread of one. So these were done to help illustrate all of the conflicts all over the world that the BPRD has been facing.
Oh my
and
gosh.
they're just fantastically done by a professional map artist. They remind me of the game Pandemic a little bit.
Yeah, love
you'll
that.
recognize those kind of iconographies in there. And there are several other maps in the sketchbook section here, as well as some beautiful pinup art by some of the artists who worked on these issues, like Duncan Figueredo. Just fantastic. I'm going to flip to the colored ones. There you go. Some of the covers from the issues that are contained here. So this is available in comic shops today. Of course, from the greater world of Hellboy by Mike Mignola. So definitely pick this up.
Yeah, so good. All right, next up, we have some manga for you. This is Volume 2, Hatsune Miku Future Delivery. The legend of Hatsune Miku reaches the stars. Asumi and Asimov have met the many future incarnations, not only of Hatsune Miku, but Kagamine and Rin as well. Oh god, I hope I said that right. They're all going to kill me. But where's the original Miku, who inspired so many others? This is a second volume of a really sweet series. These are really great, and so glad that Dark Horse has these. If I can find some of the robot art that I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's so cute.
This guy right here.
Little asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a really fun manga.
Yeah. Anyway, pick this up if you haven't already. It's really great.
And last but certainly not least, oh wait, no. I cannot skip Moebius. No. I was just so excited. It's so red and shiny over there. But first, we have The Art of Edina, of course, from our Moebius Library. So this is a companion volume to the critically acclaimed World of Edina graphic novel. It collects 4 fantastic Edina-related short stories and a motherload of Moebius illustrations, which I will reveal to you now. Lots of amazing Moebius artwork throughout, of course. Here is one spread. This is a celebration of the imagery of Edina and the creative enthusiasm Moebius held for this universe of his. It collects the short stories Seeing Naples, Another Planet, The Repairmen, and Dying to See Naples. And this continues kind of Moebius' story, exploring his own imagination with some of his favorite characters, Stell and Atan. So this includes a lot of out-of-print stories and hard-to-find images, all collected here in the second volume of our Moebius Library, which will continue. There are many more volumes to come. This is just the latest. So pick that up in comic shops today.
It's Moebius. You
Moebius.
can't go wrong.
It's Moebius.
So good. Next up, we have another trade collection of the Once Upon a Time Machine. This is the volume 2 of the trade collection. This anthology of stories from ancient Greece, the year 3016. So it's kind of a future take on a bunch of ancient Greece stories. Some of them, follow pretty closely. Some of them kind of go a little crazy. Andrew Carl, Chris Stevens, Paul Pope, Toby Cypress. There's so many great people in this. I'm going to show you a quick piece by Toby Cypress just because I think they're so colorful and amazing. Get that out of there. Such good stuff in here. And just a great collection of some really talented folks.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this volume. The last one was kind of a surprise, sleeper hit.
Yeah.
So hopefully this one will be big as well. And I love Farrell Dalrymple's cover art too. And also I love his name. Hi. Hi, Farrell. You have a great name.
So good.
And now, extra.
There we go.
Extra. The EC Archives Extra hardcover, which is, also supported by our EC Archives sale on digital right now. This particular volume collects all of the extra stories from Johnny Craig, John Severin, Reed Crandall, and Marie Severin. And this particular volume features a foreword by John Arcudi. I'm going to show you an awesome interior headline as an example of what is in this volume. Look at that.
Stromboli!
Stromboli! Daring stories of cub reporters and grizzled news hounds across the country and around the world. So this is another great collection from our EC Archives for fans of that. Available in comic shops today.
John Severin's in it. Come on.
I know.
He's amazing.
Every single one of these volumes is fantastic, and this collects just so much material in one. So each of these hardcover volumes is just beautifully done, and if you're a fan of those historic comics, I cannot recommend them highly enough.
Absolutely.
And
like I'm hiding behind Jon Snow.
Kind of are. I mean,
He's protecting you.
That's why we came armed ourselves
right.
with our ruler swords.
Gotcha.
So again, you can win everything you see here, except sadly for John, because that's a very limited edition. But everything else you can win one of. If you just share this video on Facebook today, make sure your share is public. We did have a couple of other announcements. I didn't want to make this run too long, but we can really quickly touch on those. We did just go to C2E2, so hopefully you saw us there. Harrow County, our ongoing horror series, is sadly coming to its planned conclusion. It is planned. By Cullen Bunn and Tyler Crook. They were at C2E2, so hopefully you got to come and see them and get some stuff signed, go to their panel. They're just fantastic, and we'll be doing more events with them coming up soon. And we also have some pretty exciting Hellboy news.
Oh, yeah. We totally skipped right over that. I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, so Mantic Games is doing their Kickstarter for the Hellboy miniatures game. It starts on April 25th. I don't know if you guys have been seeing the little figures that have been popping up on Twitter, Facebook, etc. They look amazing.
They're so cool.
And you guys got to play?
We got to do a little test run here at Dark Horse with the creators. Yeah, they came all the way from the UK to kind of show us what they've got so far. And we got to see a couple of the miniatures and some of the miniatures in progress, not yet painted. But they have been showing some of those miniatures in their kind of finished painted form on their social media. So be sure to check that out. More will be coming, I think, each week. And again, the Kickstarter begins April 25th.
Yeah, hop
so
on over.
if you back that, you can get some of those sweet figures. I know I will.
I think I will too. They look too good.
It's pretty
Have
exciting.
Roger on there.
And I think that's most of it. Really quickly, we will be having some reprints coming out this summer. I know a lot of you have been asking for BPRD Plague of Frogs and also Usagi Yojimbo Saga. So those will be getting reprints. And again, in the manga Berserk area, there will be... actually, Berserk was just reprinted, every single volume. So get those while they're hot. And I think that's pretty much all we got for you today. Remember to share and win, and we will see you next week. Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
everyone.